growing, and 200 youth, every night, Friday
This
night,
is
it's a big
Dr. Afshan
accomplishment, I think, for
Hashmi
us.
live from
We also have a
MCC
very,
Interfaith
we're trying to nurse back the weekend
Iftaar
school.
and
Of course, with
dinner,
COVID, we had to
and
go
here
virtual,
I go to
just like
show
the
you
public
what
school, I'm sure, can attest that getting the kids back in, there's a little bit of a transition, but we're building that back up. And lastly, I want to talk about our food pantry. Our food pantry is something that was a fledgling program, maybe started about 10 years ago. And, I remember maybe even 5 years ago, we were probably serving about maybe around 100, 150 families. Now we're up to about 350 families per month. And we used to do a monthly distribution, and it's open to anyone, by the way, right? It's not just for our community. 350 families translates to about roughly 1,200 individuals that get fed every month. We used to do a monthly distribution, but we have such a demand that now we're going into a bi-weekly distribution. So twice a month we do a distribution. Some of our other sister masajid, they also do distributions with their food pantries. They're growing. There's a lot of food scarcity. And believe it or not, we don't only just service folks in Montgomery County, we get a lot of our constituents from Prince George's County, all the way from Baltimore as well. So, the needs are growing, and this is where we need the help and partnership of our elected officials. You help us with funding programs to help, because you can do this so much, but at the faith base, we can also help out as well. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Munir for the clinic, if you don't mind to come up and say a few words on the MCC Medical Clinic.
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. MCC Medical Clinic opened its door on June 15, 2003 with a mission to provide compassionate and high quality medical care to adult residents of Montgomery County who have little or no health insurance coverage, regardless of race, age, ethnicity, or national origin. We started this journey with the help of just 2 volunteer providers and staff. In the beginning, we had just 1 examination room and few pieces of donated clinical equipment. The clinic was operating for 2 hours a week on Sundays only. And we treated 2 patients on our first day of opening. During the last 20 years, our patient population has climbed over 16,000, and we are expected to register over 17,000 encounters by the end of this year. Our women wellness program is so popular that 62% of our patients are female who get their treatment from a group of 10 qualified female providers. In addition to primary care, we have added many specialties such as oncology, cardiology, dermatology, rheumatology, urology, psychiatry, behavioral health, ophthalmology, optometry, and gastroenterology. And we have 3 chairs dental clinic equipped with panoramic x-rays and a complete in-house eye care facility. We also have on-site sonogram, echo, and phlebotomy services. Our patients come from over 50 countries who speak 100 different languages. We have received 4.4 stars out of 5 on Google's business review portal. MCC Medical Clinic has been one of the most innovative among Montgomery's county safety net clinics. We are one of the first to switch paper patient records to electronic medical records. We are also the first clinic to buy private malpractice insurance for our paid providers. We introduced the free shuttle service to and from areas major transportation hubs. We are the only safety net clinic that operates 7 days a week. We were one of the first to take Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurances. And we extended our dental, eye care, and other specialty programs for the patient of other safety net clinics without any additional charge. But our real business success is attracting and introducing our youth to high quality, compassionate health care for the needy. Many students from well-known institutions and learning centers come to our clinic to shadow our providers and medical staff. We have students from Stanford, Vanderbilt, University of Maryland, NIH, Johns Hopkins, FDA, and several other places to learn the trade under the preceptorship of our providers. One of our volunteers has recently won a Fulbright US Student Research Award to study the multiple sclerosis at the Polish Academy of Sciences. Some of our former students have come back to give back to their communities, and we are very proud of them. This is the success story that brings warmth to our hearts. Thank you.
And very quickly, I just want to acknowledge Dr. Munir is the medical director. Our executive director, Dr. Azad Ijaz, he is not able to come, so he's speaking in his place. And also, we'd like to also thank Dr. Qadri, who is one of the founders of the clinic as well. With that, I'm going to ask, in place of our chair, Sister Lubna Ijaz, who is not able to come, to ask Sadur Rahman to say some brief words. Sabra is the secretary of our board of trustees.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I was supposed to say welcoming remarks, but I think you have already been welcomed. So, Muslim Community Center was founded in 1976, and we have been participating in a lot of activities, local, county, and at the state level. Our community is very large. We represent something between 20 and 25,000 residents of Montgomery County. And these people belong to all parties, all political parties, and they take active part in the political process. And therefore, we thank you, the elected officials, and the officials who came with them for your services to the community. When we opened this center long time ago, we started inviting people in. Some of them remarked that we used to drive by this center and were scared to come in because we did not know what goes inside. Once they came in, they said, "We are happy we came in. We found out that you're just people just like us." And they were welcome here. So now is the welcome. Thank you for coming, and please keep coming back here. Thank you.
All right, now's the fun part. We will have our guest. Oh, hold on.
Hold it.
I have to hold that.
One thing that I forgot, we are very proud that about 2 decades ago we elected one Muslim to the House of Delegates in the General Assembly. Now we are proud that we sent another Muslim to the House of Delegates, and I want to recognize her. Sarah, can you stand up, please? Thank you.
All right, now is it safe? Brother Sabra?
Yes.
We'll start. So for those who are new, what we do is we just ask, one by one we'll call. We start usually with the state, then we go to the county level. If you could just say, remarks, 30 seconds, a minute, up to 2 minutes is fine. And I'm going to go ahead and go with who I see here first. Delegate Bernice. Here. Why don't you come up? She's actually delegate for District 14. She's taking over Eric Lutke's spot, I believe.
Thank you, Usman. Greetings. My name is Bernice Miracru-Nord, and I am one of the newer delegates of District 14, represents this area and many other parts of the district, including Fairland, all the way up to Clarksburg and parts of Damascus. And I just pray that your Ramadan has been a time of self-reflection, a time for peace, a time of closeness to God, and a reminder that God is a provider. We live in a time where there are a lot of limited resources. And it's organizations like the Muslim Community Center that has stepped up to the call of action time to time and provide necessary resources for our community, not just the Muslim community, but as pointed out earlier, our diverse communities. I'm a child of immigrants, and so I know what it's like to constantly try to strive to reach the American dream, but always falling short, where you don't necessarily have the same resources as the person that might have a better leg up. But the Muslim Community Center has really stepped up to the call of action in many respects, with the health clinic, with the food insecurity issues. It has amazed me, and I'm so proud to be representing this area in all the work that you are doing. I'm also proud to say that we actually secured funding thanks to really the leadership of Senator Zucker, along with my other colleagues, Delegate Kaiser and Queen, to secure $400,000 in state funding for the Muslim Community Center. Hopefully they'll be able to strengthen your work, and I just appreciate on behalf of the delegation, and I'm sure Delegate Zucker's representative will speak on this as well, but on behalf of the delegation, just want to say we appreciate the partnership and look forward to more opportunities to work together to make our community stronger and safer for everybody. Thank you very much.
All right, next up, I'm going to actually ask Fitzgerald. Would you like to come up? And Fitzgerald here is on behalf of Senator Craig Zucker, excuse me.
Good afternoon, congregation. My name is Fitzgerald Mofor, and I work as a staffer for Senator Craig Zucker's office. And I want to thank you guys for your receptiveness and your hospitality for inviting us on this sacred holiday of Iftaar and enjoying this wonderful meal. More than anything, as a representative from District 14, I grew up in this area as well, and I drove by this community center. And it means a lot for an individual like myself as public servants to bring back funding and money for that reason to the community center. So, as Delegate Miracru-Nord said earlier, we want to thank you guys for giving us the opportunity to deliver $400,000 in funding through a legislative bond initiative to the Muslim Community Center. So again, thank you guys for giving us this opportunity, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, Fitzgerald. Next, I would like to invite Delegate Sarah, please, if you don't mind.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So wonderful to be here tonight. Ramzan Mubarak. I wanted to begin by actually just sharing a personal story. I grew up in Montgomery County, and as a child, as a teenager, I used to come here to MCC, and it was one of the few places where I could find community with people who looked like me, with a background like mine, with parents who are immigrants, and it is so wonderful to see how MCC has grown and how it continues to thrive and give back. I would love to ask all of you to give a round of applause to the board of directors, to the president, to the medical, to the doctors who are working at the medical clinic, to all the volunteers. I'm a professor as well when I'm not a delegate, and I see young people walking around, passing out food so quietly in the background. So can we just take a moment of gratitude and just thank everyone? So just very briefly about Ramzan, my oldest son just very recently had his first fast. And the night before, we had this conversation, and he was going to be fasting. So, you know, he said, okay, I can't eat anything, I know that. I can't drink anything, I also know that. But I said, okay, that's fine, that's where you start. But what is the purpose of the fast? Why are you actually doing that? Right? And the purpose is, of course, that it raises the stakes for your day. It brings you into the moment, into the present, where being kind and being honest, having integrity, all of that matters. That's actually what makes your fast count. And when I told him this, his eyes were big, because that's not what we often think about. People, it's not about starving yourself or suffering from thirst. It's really about purifying your person. And we do that for a whole month. Now, many traditions have fasting many religions have fasting in their tradition. It is something that has happened for centuries. And it's wonderful that we continue on as a community to really focus on who we are and work on becoming better people. That's what this month is about. And I love the fact that we get to come together and come together as a community for this iftar. So thank you for including me tonight. Thank you for all the work that you continue to do.
Thank you, Sarah. And Sarah's actually delegate for District 16. Next up, I would like to ask Ruqayya Dusty, please. And Ruqayya is here on behalf of Senator Chris Van Hollen.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I want to keep my time up here very short. I want to thank everyone. My name is Ruqayya Dusty on behalf of Senator Van Hollen. He sends his regrets that he couldn't be here today, but he sends his greetings, especially during this wonderful month of Ramadan. And he also wanted to present a citation to the Muslim Community Center, and I'll read it for you guys now. This citation is presented to the Muslim Community Center on the occasion of Ramadan, with best wishes for a blessed, fulfilling, and meaningful month during this 1444th Islamic year, and with appreciation for the contributions of Muslim Americans to the state of Maryland and to our nation. Signed, Chris Van Hollen, on this day.
Thank you so much. And I think Ruqayya is also a testament of how our young folks are getting involved in all levels. Thank you, Ruqayya. Next up, I'm very excited actually, to have Brigadier General Janine Burkhead. I'm going to mess it up, so I'm going to let you say exactly what your new title is, right? I tried my best, but I really was not good in English, but please, very welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. So recently I've been blessed to be selected as the Adjutant General of Maryland. I will receive a second star, and I will be a cabinet member for Governor Westmore. So that's... And I am so glad to be here with you this evening. Tasneema Khan, Dr. Khan, and I have become very close friends over this last couple of years with our COVID operations, and I feel really blessed to have this community behind me and working with you all, so thank you very much.
Thank you so much, thank you so much. And I'm going to actually now ask Atul Chaudhry, who's here on behalf of, he's a secretary for Governor Westmore.
Assalamu alaikum. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Atif Chaudhry. I am the newly appointed Secretary of the Maryland Department of General Services. And I'm very, very grateful to be here today. Thank you for the invitation. Both the Governor and Lieutenant Governor send their regrets. Unfortunately, they were not able to make it today, but they do send their regards and wanted to wish everyone a very happy and healthy both Ramadan as well as Eid. I just wanted to let everyone know that for those of you that don't know me, I was born and raised in the Baltimore area, and over the past 40 years I've been, visiting different masjids in the area, and I've been coming here to MCC for 40 years. So, and it's been a while since I've been back, but I've really seen this place grow from the building that we are here to a medical clinic and a new expansion. So it's really great to see the expansion and the involvement in the community and the integration, all the coordinating with other masjids and local other religious institutions as well. So it's really great to see that. And I just wanted to let everyone know that the governor is very, very committed to ensuring that individuals of all faiths, including immigrants, and underrepresented minorities, as well as Muslims, are represented and taken care of as well. So thank you very much. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I appreciate the invitation. Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak.
Thank you, Atif. Now we're going to go to what I call our neighborhood friends, our Montgomery County officials. So what we're going to do is reorder it. We'll have Mark give remarks last. Brother Rahman Saber, there you go. I'd like to call Brother Jeru Benda up, please. Jeru is actually Director of Montgomery County East Regional Office.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Jeru Banda, Director of the East County Regional Office. The regional office is the community connection between this community, the Eastern region, and the County Exec's office. I am an extension of the County Executive, Mark Eldridge, who is here with us today. First of all, I'd just like to thank you for this invitation. I'm not new to this community. The Muslim Community Center has had and continues to be one of our strongest partners in community building. A good example of that was that this was one of the first sites we had the COVID vaccination programs that the county executive wanted us to really focus on communities that have been most impacted, the 20904, 20905, and we thank you very much for partnering with the county, not only in those health areas, but in programs that involves our seniors and our youth, food security, and so forth. The leadership here has been just wonderful, always been very innovative in building partnerships with Montgomery County. My office has always been accessible to the leadership here, your board members, as well as we work with the other masjids like Ishwa, just down the street from here. So we welcome the partnership. And again, as I indicated, my office is an extension of the office of the county executive, who you will be hearing from very, very, very soon. So again, thank you very much. And I would say Ramadan Mubarak, and may Allah, the merciful and the highest, continues to bless us so we could always come together in times like this. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Jeru. Next up are our public officials, and I'm going to ask both to come up. I think we have Officer Sharif Al-Mugabbar, who is part of our community. Brother Sharif, if you can come up. Also, Fire Marshal Scott Goldstein, if you can come up as well. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Sharif asked me to kick off, and thank you as the Montgomery County Fire Rescue Fire Chief. It is my honor to be here. It's a great opportunity, invitation. When I get it each year to come and join in the Iftaar break here at MCC. It is one that I have looked forward to, and as an opportunity to join the community. Jeru talked immensely, as both the police and the fire department are here to answer your emergencies, help you in your time of need. It is our proud honor to be able to answer those problems and be the solvers to the chaos, or the solution providers to your circumstances. So thank you for your service to the community. Your clinic is an amazing operation, and your role here in the New Hampshire Outreach community. So thank you much.
Assalamu alaikum. I kind of almost know everybody here, so I'm going to make this short and sweet. I've been a police officer for almost 20 years. I prayed in this hall on sheets before the existence of the actual prayer building that exists back there. So I'm kind of old. I'm just sharing this part with you. But what is the reason I'm here? I got invited here, not officially as a police officer, but as a person of the community. and I've been tasked with something. I'm going to share it with you, and I know my time is limited, so I'm going to make it quick. I'm tasked with a concern from the multiple communities, the Muslim communities that I've been going to. A deep concern that's related to our public school system, because there is an issue that we're trying to deal with and we're trying to struggle with, and we urge county officials, state officials, I don't know if it's even a federal rules or not, to help us with this issue, and the issue involving gender identity. That's a very sensitive topic that we'd rather to teach our own kids about the gender identity than having someone else enforcing that issue with them. Parents need to take notes about their options, and sad to say it, within the public school system, they don't have an option to opt out of certain classes. They should be able